direction. I think that dude should have retired, but I mean, it's just the first game. It's overreaction.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So.
Is it?
I hope it's overreaction Tuesday because they gave that cat like 20 days.
No. But my thing is this: Rap has been saying this. He didn't even call him the coach. He called him the groundhog.
That's why I thought he was talking about San Diego, man. That's why I said the big.
That's right. Like, he called him the groundhog, which means, like, man, we know him doing this. Like, Phillip Rivers, like, once they signed him, like, man, go ahead, bro.
Well, as usual, it's this comedian had this joke called penguin blowjob. When the girl get down on her knees, get you all excited, get your pants down around your ankles and walk away, and you get to chasing her like a penguin. When Phillip Rivers is your quarterback, you're gonna get a bunch of penguin blowjobs. It's gonna look real good. You're gonna be all excited, and you ain't gonna get what you were looking for. And that's what happened. As you stated, Martin, the dude, fourth round quarterback, Minshew or whatever his name is, he played his ass off as usual. If they are tanking, it's it's hard for a football team to tank because football teams are very transient. It's a different group of dudes every year. You don't get the same group of dudes. So when you're trying to tank in football, you got to tell somebody. You can't tell the coach just don't play him because it's a dude out there trying to get on another team. And it looks like the Jacksonville Jaguars are doing that. Maybe they are trying to get rid of all this Tom Coughlin trash, which would be a smart move because Tom Coughlin still think it's 1986. And he was trying to rule out of fear, and they just want to clear the deck. And if that's what they was doing, cool. But it's a damn shame that Jacoby Brissett ain't playing this season. Phillip Rivers is washed up. He has been for a couple years. And if Jonathan Taylor don't carry this team for the next 16 weeks, it's going to be a long season for the Indianapolis Colts. Period. Point blank, period. That's it. Period. Pivot. Full stop, pivot, next direction. Speaking of bum-ass quarterbacks, MVP versus, you got the MVP versus Faker will fail.
Hey, just like I said with Pat Mahomes the other day at the office for Lamar Jackson. He didn't skip a beat. Mark Ingram didn't run the ball at best, but man, Lamar Jackson had the ball going. Of course, Cleveland just can't get right. Always can't get right. We've been so fool's gold in regards to the last few years. It's like it's not getting any better.
Yeah, it's a kind of head scratcher with Cleveland, man, because you got two very good running backs. You have Landry, you have O.J. Beckham, as I called him earlier, and you have two good tight ends because they got Hooper from Atlanta, and they got M'Baku. That's not his name, but he got hurt, so I think he's out. Well, they take him to IR again. But Baker Mayfield still don't have, it's like he don't have a rapport with his receivers, and that's crazy, man. He's on his fourth coach in this his third year?
Yeah.
But develop some type of chemistry with a receiver, though. And normally a quarterback will latch on to one receiver, and that'll be the person that he always look at. Keenan Allen was that in San Diego with Phillip Rivers. Allen Robinson with Trubisky. And so on and so on. But it's like he don't have a connection with no receivers, and that's strange, man. But the thing with Lombardo, man, he actually throwing the ball, he looks even better than last year, man. You can tell that he's been working on his game, man, and that's all you want to see with a quarterback. Okay, I was the MVP last year, but this year I'm gonna be better. So I'm interested to see how the rest of this year gonna play out for Lamar.
Shout out to Ozzie Newsome for not allowing racism to walk out with a mic drop and not allowing the racism of the NFL to stop him from drafting an excellent ball player. The Baltimore Ravens, as usual, showing you that they know what they're doing on and off the field. I don't really understand. I'm not the Baltimore fan, and if Deacon Dale, if you still listen, I'm gonna put the number in there. Please tell me why people in Baltimore don't like John Harbaugh, but people always hating on him. I don't understand why, but that's neither here nor there. Baker Mayfield ain't got rhythm with his. Big Illinois said he don't understand why Baker Mayfield don't have any chemistry with his receivers. I'll tell you. I'll give you it's 3 words. He ain't shit. There it is. Dude ain't good. There's no way he should have been picked first. Even his number one supporter. Listen to the critique of his number one supporter. First of all, he ain't got one of them Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, John Elway, Warren Moon, Dan Marino type of arms. He ain't got one of them arms that when he let it go, it's zipping to the dude, right? And Skip Bayless called him a careful gambler, which is an oxymoron. If you were gambling in college and you were taking chances in a conference in which they played no defense and you weren't getting no turnovers, what's going to happen if you'd have been an SEC quarterback or ACC quarterback or Pac-12 quarterback or Big Ten quarterback? You would have been picked right before Jake Fromm. So that's the problem. Their trigger man is the problem. They're going to be getting their ass kicked a lot. And just like in his collegiate career, Lamar Jackson got better every year. And at this rate, he will be challenging Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, and Russell Wilson as the best quarterbacks in the league. Big ups to that brother. Big ups to you. Like Big Illinois said, big ups to you for working on your game. Big ups to you for taking control of your own future and get that money in about 7 months. The next game is the Rams of the Chargers of Los Angeles versus the Bungles of the Natty.
I was impressed by Burrow. I mean, he didn't mean they still lost and all that, but I was impressed on what he was able to do. But of course, lost the Chargers. Tyrod Taylor was able to do their thing. The defense stayed kept them in the game, and them keep it going. That might be a good situation for Tyrod Taylor. We'll see about that. But it should be good to go. I mean, it was actually a good game. Chargers won.
Yeah, I agree, man. They ran the ball with Mixon. I guess they underestimated Joe Burrow's scrambling ability. That was a nice touchdown run. I'm sorry, but I said this about about a month or two ago. I'm just not feeling Tyrod Taylor as a starting quarterback. I just don't see it, man. I mean, I hope he's successful, but it seems like what he's doing now is just keeping the seat warm for
another scrub.
For Herbert. Justin Herbert. I think that's his name.
Yeah. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I root for T-Mobile since he took Marcus Vick's spot at Vitek. I root for him because he's a black quarterback, but I think he's a perennial backup quarterback. Anthony Lynn and his crew picked the wrong quarterback. They should have picked up Cam, maybe Super Bowl contenders. Joe Burrow impressed me with his athletic ability, but it is still the Bungles. I knew they were going to run the hell out of Joe Mixon. And if they continue to run Joe Mixon, the Bungles are going to scare a couple teams. Because when you got a good running game, you don't stop him.
I mean to cut you off, but man, shout out to Joe Mixon, man, because he damn near they didn't even teams that didn't even want to draft that man because of his injuries, man. But and shout out, man. He had a decent career so far.
Yeah. And he got caked up over the weekend, so big ups to that young brother, man. Bounced all the way back, kept your nose clean. You made one mistake. You shouldn't be held to mistakes you made years before that. Big ups to that young brother. Big ups to that young brother. Big ups to that young brother. Let's speed this up because we still got to do our picks. We got Tom Brady blew the game against the Saints. Speak on it.
Hey, another 6-6 for Tom Brady. It just didn't work out like it was supposed to. You weren't playing the Saints first game at home. I'm sorry, I can't take it for. Tom Brady don't look too good. It looked like it was a mistake. Prove me wrong, old guy.
Hey man, Drew Brees didn't play all that great either.
They won, so
They won.
great running. And they lost Michael Thomas. They lost Michael Thomas too, so that might.
Yeah, they say he might go on the IR for 3 or 4 games.
Tom Brady is washed up. I've been saying it for 2 or 3 years. I told y'all at one point he was Wolverine. He's clearly Logan now. His arm ain't what it used to be. His intellect ain't what it seemed it was. All that was it Belichick or Brady. I don't give a damn if it's week 1 or week 100. Him and Drew Brees should be watching football right now. Period. Drew Brees is exactly like Mr. Biscuit. If the defense wasn't there, they'd have got their ass kicked. I don't want to hear none of this.
But y'all don't think that the trend with Bruce Arians quarterback, even the year that he had when that first year with Andrew Luck threw a lot of interceptions too.
The difference is
James Winston threw a lot of interceptions.
And Ben Roethlisberger did too.
A lot of interceptions this year. You don't think that maybe he should kind of tailor his offense to fit his personnel though?
I mean, that'll make sense, but seeing how dude went down there as a free agent, he ain't getting no slack from HRap. He ain't getting no slack because he could have went somewhere who was going to run a West Coast offense like Frisco, like another one of these teams with one of these disciples of Bill Walsh, and they'd have been okay. You went your ass down there, now suck it up, Buttercup. Gronk need to be back smoking weed at the crib too. And all of a sudden, everybody recognizing that they got a shitty line. I said that. Everybody recognizing that people run wrong routes. Louis Riddick said that. I conveyed that line of thinking. Everybody noticed that people running off routes, and he gonna get them saying, "Welcome to Jameis Winston's problems." Does Jameis Winston turn the ball over too much? Yes. But nobody wanted to blame Bruce Arians and Byron Leftwich and all the rest of them dudes last year when my guy was quarterback down there. Eat that shit, Tom Brady. Sucks to be you, buddy. Suck it up, Buttercup. Surprise game of the week. Frisco loses to Arizona. Talk to me.
Actually, that wasn't no surprise. I'm going to go ahead, Joe.
Are you going to win? You know?
Yeah,
I think so. I knew it was happening.
Arizona played them tough both games last year, man. And they got the Hopkins, man. They got 14 catches. And you got Drake. That was a hell of a trade for them.